What if I told you there's just one mindset shift that could turn you into a magnet for money, opportunities, and success, no matter where you're starting from? In this video, I'll reveal Napoleon Hill's timeless secret that has created millionaires for over a century. If you stay until the end, you'll not only understand this mindset, you'll know exactly how to apply it today to attract wealth faster than you ever imagined. Imagine if the only thing standing between you and unlimited wealth wasn't your bank account, your education, or your circumstances, but your mindset. That's right. The difference between those who struggle their entire lives and those who build empires often comes down to a single mental shift. Napoleon Hill, the legendary author of Think and Grow Rich, spent over 20 years studying the richest men of his time, people like Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, and Thomas Edison. And what he discovered was not luck, not background, not even genius intelligence, but one thing: the mindset of desire, belief, and persistence. He called it the definite major purpose, and it's the foundation of all wealth. Here's the secret. Wealth doesn't start in your wallet, it starts in your thoughts. Every fortune, every breakthrough, every invention was once just an idea in someone's mind. But the wealthy think about money, success, and opportunity differently. While most people focus on what they lack, the wealthy focus on what they want, and then they align every thought, decision, and action toward making it real. That's why Napoleon Hill famously said, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." Think about it. If you go through life telling yourself, "I can't, I'm broke, I'll never make it," what happens? You attract more of the same. Your subconscious takes those words as commands and delivers experiences to match them. But if you reprogram your thoughts with clarity, belief, and persistence, your reality starts to shift. You begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You begin to take actions that align with wealth creation. You start moving toward abundance, sometimes so quickly that people around you think it must be luck. It's not luck, it's mindset. Now let's break down this mindset. It starts with desire. Not a wish, not a hope, but a burning obsession to achieve something specific. Napoleon Hill studied over 25,000 people, and the most successful all shared this trait: a definite purpose so strong it consumed them. Without desire, nothing moves. But when your desire is strong enough, your brain starts to work like a magnet, pulling ideas, people, and resources into your orbit. That's why vague wishes like "I want to be rich someday" don't work. You need to define exactly what you want, when you want it, and what you're willing to do for it. The second pillar of this wealth mindset is belief. Desire without belief is dead. You have to believe, not just in the possibility, but in the certainty that you will achieve your goal. This is where faith comes in, not necessarily religious faith, but faith in yourself and in the unseen forces that shape your reality. Hill wrote that faith is a state of mind that can be induced by repeated affirmations and visualizations. In other words, you train your brain to believe by feeding it the right thoughts over and over until doubt is replaced by unshakable confidence. And then comes persistence, the bridge between thought and reality. Most people quit at the first sign of failure, but the wealthy see failure as feedback. Every setback is a clue, a lesson, a stepping stone. Hill discovered that persistence is what separates the dreamers from the doers. The ones who win are not always the smartest or the fastest, but the ones who refuse to quit, no matter how tough the road gets. Now, if you're wondering, how do I build this mindset in my own life? The answer is simple but powerful. And in the next part, we'll go deeper into the daily practices Napoleon Hill recommended, habits that rewire your brain for wealth and set you on a collision course with abundance. So how do you actually cultivate this wealth-attracting mindset in real life? Napoleon Hill laid out specific practices, and while they may seem simple at first, they are the very tools that shaped millionaires. The first practice is auto-suggestion, the conscious repetition of thoughts that imprint on your subconscious mind. Hill taught that if you write down your definite purpose, state the exact amount of money you want, the deadline by which you want it, and what you're willing to give in return, and then repeat it daily with emotion, your subconscious mind begins to accept it as truth. Over time, this belief influences your decisions, your habits, and even your perception of opportunity. What once seemed impossible now becomes a natural expectation. Let me give you an example. Imagine someone writes down, "I will earn $10,000 a month by December 31st through my online business, providing valuable services to clients." Every morning and every night, they repeat this with conviction, visualizing the feeling of already having achieved it. Their brain begins to filter out distractions and seek opportunities aligned with this goal. Suddenly, they notice potential clients, new platforms, and creative ways to expand their business. Was it magic? No. It was focus, sharpened by mindset. The second daily practice is visualization combined with emotion. Wealthy people don't just think logically about their goals, they feel them. They imagine the freedom, the security, the joy of success as if it's already theirs. Hill emphasized that the emotional intensity behind your thoughts is what gives them power. If you say, "I want to be rich but feel doubt," nothing happens. But if you say, "I am destined for wealth with genuine faith and excitement," your subconscious accepts it and begins working toward it relentlessly. Another critical practice is surrounding yourself with the right influences. Hill called this the mastermind principle. No one creates wealth in isolation. Your environment, the people you spend time with, the books you read, the content you consume, feeds your mindset. If you're surrounded by negativity, doubt, and scarcity, it's almost impossible to think abundantly. But when you align with ambitious, supportive, and visionary people, your own thinking expands. Opportunities appear faster because you're in the right networks, and your belief grows stronger because others share it with you. Hill also stressed the importance of specialized knowledge. General knowledge, he said, is nearly useless in wealth creation. What attracts money is applied knowledge that solves problems. This doesn't mean you need a college degree or to be the smartest person in the room. It means focusing on learning skills that the marketplace values, then combining them with your definite purpose. When you do, wealth is drawn to you like a magnet. Finally, the practice of decision and action. One of the most striking things Hill observed about wealthy people is their ability to make decisions quickly and change them slowly. The poor mindset hesitates, second-guesses, and procrastinates. The wealthy mindset decides and acts. Even if the decision isn't perfect, action creates momentum, and momentum attracts results. Every fortune began with someone who decided and then moved forward without waiting for the perfect moment. Here's the bottom line: desire, belief, persistence, autosuggestion, visualization, mastermind support, specialized knowledge, and decisive action are not random pieces. They are the building blocks of the one mindset you need to attract wealth. Ignore them, and you'll stay stuck in cycles of scarcity. Master them, and you'll unlock doors you didn't even know existed. But there's one more piece Napoleon Hill revealed, the most overlooked key that ties it all together. It's the reason some people apply these principles and still fail, while others turn them into unstoppable wealth. And once you understand it, you'll see exactly why this mindset is so powerful. This final key could be the missing link between your dreams and your reality. That final key is faith in action, what Napoleon Hill called the ability to marry belief with persistence until your vision becomes reality. You see, many people write goals, repeat affirmations, and even visualize success. But when obstacles hit, they retreat. They think a few setbacks mean the dream isn't meant for them. But the wealth mindset sees failure as part of the process. Every obstacle is proof that you're on the right path, because if the road were easy, everyone would already be wealthy. Faith in action means moving forward even when the evidence isn't yet visible. It's trusting the process long enough for your effort to bear fruit. Hill's research showed that some of the greatest fortunes came right after a person's lowest moment. They refused to quit. They held on to their vision and kept taking steps, even when others called them crazy. That's why this mindset feels almost magical. It transforms defeat into fuel, fear into courage, and doubt into determination. Think about Thomas Edison, one of the men Hill studied. He failed thousands of times before finally creating the light bulb. Each failure wasn't an end, but a lesson that brought him closer to success. Or Henry Ford, who went bankrupt multiple times before building his automotive empire. What kept them going? Faith in action. Unshakable belief combined with relentless persistence. This is the mindset that attracts wealth, because wealth doesn't just respond to talent or ideas, it responds to resilience. Here's the truth. Wealth is not an accident. It is the result of aligning your thoughts, your habits, and your actions with a definite purpose. Napoleon Hill didn't just hand us motivation, he gave us a blueprint. Decide exactly what you want. Believe with conviction that it is yours. Persist until the result appears. Feed your subconscious with affirmations and visions of success. Surround yourself with people who lift you higher. Learn the knowledge that the marketplace rewards. And above all, take action with faith, no matter how small the step. When you live this way, opportunities begin to show up. People call it luck. They say you got lucky with timing or chance. But you'll know the truth. It wasn't luck. It was mindset. The same mindset studied in Millionaires for decades. The mindset you can choose to adopt today. So now the question is, will you keep drifting through life with the same old beliefs that hold you back, or will you reprogram your mind with the wealth-attracting mindset Napoleon Hill revealed? Remember, it only takes one decision to change the direction of your future. And if this message hit you hard, if you felt even a spark of possibility, then don't let it fade away. Because here's what I want you to do right now. Tap that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you never miss another strategy like this. Smash the like button if you're ready to rewire your mindset for wealth, and share this with someone who needs to hear it today. This channel is about more than money. It's about transformation. Together, we're building a community of people who don't wait for wealth, but attract it. People who take action, who persist, and who prove that mindset really is the master key. Your future wealth is already waiting for you. All you need to do is claim it.